Afternoon, worlds. Roll the intro.
It's the Hippy Trev cooking show. What will he cook this time? Who knows? Let's sit back and see what he makes. So start cooking already, Trev, for fuck's sake.
Cooking with Hippy Trev. Afternoon, worlds. Hippy Trev here. Another beautiful day up here in paradise. Well, kind of not that beautiful. It's been a bit chilly, but at least it hasn't been chilly as it has been down south where they had minuses overnight. We had a pretty cold night and pretty cold morning, and hasn't been an overly flash day here today. I think we've had about, I think we got to about 21 or 22. I don't know, but it's just been bloody cold. Says 25 here. It says 25 here in the bus at the moment. I was just coming on to 20 to 3 in the afternoon up here, and it's going to be in for definitely another cold night tonight. So not looking forward. And global warming, my fucking ass. It's all a big lie and a big fucking scam. So anyway, so back to another cooking show. I think we're up to cooking with Hippy Trev number 10. Thank you for Matt on the My Beginning page, loading all my shows up on there. I really appreciate that. I seem to have picked up a few subscribers on there, and I want to have a chat about the impersonator in a little while. But firstly, it's in the supermarket getting a few things, and I come across this. I don't even know what it is. Oh, the bird. All the rosellas are noisy outside this afternoon. So it's Mr. Chen's Brother Diddy's Japanese ramen. And it was on special. I got it for $6. It was on special for $6. I don't even know what this shit is. So I just thought I'd buy it. And if it wasn't going to be any good, let the chooks have it. So first we have a satchel of like liquidy stuff, which I'll explain in a second. Then we got some dry looking noodly things, and if I don't really like them, they'll go out to the chooks. And then we got some so-called dried veggies, which is corn and some green shit. So now the recipe says you will need 200 grams of pork fillet sliced, which I don't have, 1 cup of vegetables, which I don't have, but I do have some frozen peas soaking. We suggest sweet corn and baby spinach, which I don't have, 1 hard-boiled egg, which I don't have, and I can't be bothered doing, and 500 mils of water. Well, I got some of that stuff, but not all. But basically it says here, pour that into a saucepan with 500 mils of water, which I can do. Boil it up for until boiling. Then I add in the noodles and these and my green peas and boil it for another 4 or 5 minutes, and I end up with some sort of a feed. So anyway, that's sort of the plan. I've never done this one before, another never done before type thing, and I don't even know what this shit is. Like I said, I just picked it up from the supermarket for like $6. So anyway, first thing to do is get the saucepan on the boil. As you can see, I've cleaned the fucking stove. Okay, all right. So I've got my perfectly beautiful Pyrex jug. I remember Mum had one of these years ago, and of course came from Jen's Treasures. And that's exactly a 500ml jug, so that's perfect. So it says 500ml of water. So we're going to put 500ml of water in the saucepan. There we go. Now, I've got to reread the instructions. And I've got to put the satchel in at the same time. So I guess we just cut this. My scissors aren't the best. I was thinking what I might do is just make a soup. Oh, that's not even... Bloody hell. I just don't want it going everywhere. There we go. So I'm thinking worst comes to worst, I'll just make it like a veggie soup. There we go. Oh, look. It actually looks like liquid diarrhea. It doesn't look very flash, does it? Well, here, grab out my wooden spoon. All right, let's fire up the stove and get that on the boil. I love this jug, absolutely beautiful. I love that sort of stuff, and it's old Pyrex. I actually use that when I'm making my popcorn to melt my butter inside a second saucepan. So, all right, that's just going to boil there. I'll throw that in. So as far as veggies, I'm just going to throw some frozen peas in. They've given me this satchel of dry shit that doesn't look very impressive. That actually looks like fucking mulled up dope with corn seeds. And I'm not 100% sure I'm even going to use their noodles. I get the feeling I'd rather just give that the chook. I'd rather just have this as soap. I'd rather just have that as soup and just make some toast and dip into it. But we'll see how it goes. I'll chuck them in there. Rightio, so while we're waiting for that to boil up and me to stir it and so forth, anyone who watched the last two of my videos know that I've got an impersonator that's using my name, and it's also using my logo and stolen my logo. I've reported him a couple of times, but nothing really came of that, so YouTube weren't doing anything there. And this is what I want people to be wary of. He left a comment on one of my other videos. Now the thing is, I never leave comments in my comment section. I don't need to. I reply to all comments. So if you see my name and this logo and it's got a comment underneath it, you can pretty much be assured it didn't come from me. I reply to all comments, but I do not leave comments in my comment section. I'll leave it up above in the description section. So that's the first note that you know something's wrong. So what he put there was, please like and subscribe, and please keep all the prezzies coming. Well, firstly, I never asked for anyone to subscribe to my channel. That's just flat out doesn't happen with me. So right there on those first two words, everyone like and subscribe. Well, I can tell you right now that is not me. I never asked anyone to like my channel. I never asked anyone to subscribe to my channel. And then when he said straight after that, keep the prezzies coming, well, I never asked for anything. I never asked for anyone to send me anything. They all do that on their own. They all do that by their own. They don't need me to ask them or anything like that. So there's the first indication that something's not right. I never ask for subscribers, and I never ask for people to like my channel, and I certainly don't ask for people to keep sending me presents. So anyway, okay, so what I did, I've hidden him and I've blocked him from my channel, so he can no longer leave any comments on my channel. Like someone said, he can sign out, sign back in and watch my videos, but unless he remakes a new name or something, then you can't really do too much damage unless he remakes another Hippy Trev thing. So just be wary. If you see my name and my logo leaving comments, you can't always be sure it's me. And he's actually using my so it's Mom Hippy Trev 4 something 7. I can't remember my number. He's actually used that, my @Hippy Trev, actually using Hippy Trev and my actual number that comes with my YouTube allocation. So he's trying to copy me fairly authentically and using my logo. I was thinking of changing my logo, but he'd probably just change it. Now, I don't want to go on about this, but I just want people to be aware that you know, this clanny, you don't know what these people are going to do. You don't know what they're capable of. So it's best to just warn people. And like I said, if you click on his name, it'll take you straight to him. There's no videos, there's no nothing. And I got an idea of maybe one of two people, because he's only started this channel up like 2 days ago. And also it was brought to my attention, there's someone out there using my vids in shorts. Something like, I think they call themselves Eating a Chicken or something. If anyone comes across that, I'd like everyone to go to that page and report it. Same thing, he's using my shorts and he's putting up there, so happy to see this guy get a ticket, and then he keeps whinging about it and all these shorts and stuff like that, which he had no right to do. I've now put in place that every time I put a video out, they can't make shorts or anything out of my videos, so I hope that actually works. But anyway, just to inform people and to warn people, there are imposters out there. GT Fan had one. I think Bill said he had one doing the same, but this guy's going hard on me at the moment, so I expect more repercussions. I don't know, but they must not have any fucking lives. Their lives must be so shit they have to go and shit on other people and cause problems for other people because their lives are so fucking miserable, and they must just be total worthless pieces of shit. So what can you do about it except try and protect myself as much as I can. So anyway, enough of that. Let's get back to let's get back to this. So I just wanted to say, yep, keep an eye out for someone who might be impersonating me, and make sure they're offering things for sale and so forth. That is not me, and stuff like that. And I like to keep saying, I do not ask for subscribers, and I certainly do not ask for people to like my channel. That's for people to make up their own mind on it. All right, so this is boiling now. It's not looking very appetising. I guess I do need the noodles. What I'm going to do is where's my colander? I'm going to drain my peas. I know there's way too many. I'll chuck my peas in there. Turn the heat back up again. Get that back on the boil. So sort of there's going to be a little bit like a soup. I don't know what this stuff is. Like I said, I just saw it in the in the cheap, they got a container there where they put out-of-date food and everything in and things like that, so, and that's why it's so cheap. Cheap. Where's me fucking scissors? And I thought, well, for $6, the worst comes to worst, for $6 it'll be chook food. And before our chookies, they're still a bit skittish. They're getting a little bit better, but yeah, they're still definitely a little bit skittish. All right, let's go. I've got to get that back up to the boil. And before I put my noodles in, so I just put the lid on and they can boil again. Last night was a pretty cold night. It's been a pretty cold, shitty day all day today, but nowhere near as bad as what they've had down in Victoria and New South Wales. And I think Peter Hughes said something about 9 inches of snow or something up where he is. He's up past Omeo, somewhere up in the snowies. So, yeah. Good on you, Pete. Lucky you, mate. I'm glad it's you and not me. And I was just talking to cute Jodie then too, and she's got a mate down in Victoria. Said, I think she said it was down in Victoria somewhere. It was just miserable, and they can't ride anywhere, can't get on their bikes. It's just absolutely horrible. Yeah, global warming, my ass. It's all a big fucking lie, and 99% of us know that's exactly what it is. It's all a big fucking lie. Right, so I've cut the top off my noodles, but I'm just waiting, here we go, just waiting for this to come back to the boil. They say 5 minutes, I'll probably give it a little bit longer. So yes, this is Japanese ramen by Mr. fucking Chen, and it says here, brother Diddy's. One of those Diddy combs, supposedly Aussie owned. And family favourite expert, so that's for the picture they give of it. They don't really look much like that, but anyway. But I was supposed to have pork in there, and I don't have any pork, and I certainly wasn't going down to the supermarket to buy any, so. All right, let's give that a bit of a stir. All right, we'll chuck the noodles in, fuck it. Can't do any harm. Like I said, worst case scenario, this will end up out of the chooks. The chooks will end up with it. $6 a chook food. So I am experimenting a little bit. Oh, that's another thing I'll show you. While that's boiling away. So I was back in the supermarket and I got one of these. So this is a Parmigiana, pub-sized Parmigiana meal. I can't see who's made by it. It's by McCain and McCann, and I looked on it, and they only had instructions for using in a microwave. Well, I cooked mine up in the oven yesterday, and it comes in, I'll show you the container. It does actually look somewhat appetizing. It looks way better than the dog's dinner, but it's in this container. I thought that doesn't look good, so I cooked it in the oven in the container, and of course I melted the whole bottom of the bloody container. So when I go to cook this one, I'm going to actually have to stick it on a plate and cook it in the oven on a plate, take it out of this and put it on a plate and cook it, put some silver paper over it. So that's another that will be another one to do in the future, but I'm just going to try this one now. Oh, them noodles aren't separating. And if you can hear that chatter on the CB, that's the guys working on the overpass bridge. Well, they've got it all down now. I think they're getting close to start building the road across. So I reckon July. That should be all open by July, so I'll have to wait and see. Yeah, I can see why they want you to put some pork or meat, some sort of meat in here just to thicken everything up, because these noodles aren't separating at all. Another disaster by Hippy Trev. This should be called Hippy Trev's Cooking Disaster Show. Not cooking show, but a cooking disaster show, where everything I cook pretty much fucks up and goes wrong. What do you reckon, Well? Do you reckon that's a better name for it? Not the Hippy Trev Cooking Show, the Hippy Trev's Cooking Disaster Shows, where every cook turns into a fucking disaster. I mean, I do try and eat everything after I've cooked it. I mean, I had that fucking omelette. That didn't actually turn out too bad, even though it was more like scrambled eggs at the end of the day. And most of my steaks work out pretty good. That dog's dinner the other day, that did not work out at all. I couldn't even finish eating that. That all went out to the chooks. That one I just showed you before, that Parmigiana by McCain's, I sort of had a funny feeling I shouldn't have put it in the oven in that plastic container. Sure enough, the whole bottom of the Parmesan was, the whole plastic fucking melted and stuck to the bottom of the Parmesan, so that all went out to the chook. So yeah, I think we should be renaming my show the Hippy Trev Cooking Disaster Show. What do you reckon? So those noodles aren't doing what they're supposed to do. I'm just going to try to break them up a bit, just let them boil for a few minutes. Get a little bit more juice, I think. So I probably could have chucked a few more frozen veg in here as well, but... And it was the only box I had on special. I don't know what this stuff costs to buy normally. I mean, they had it on special for $6, so that, to me that sounds like it'd be put like a... that's a $6 meal on special. It's probably a $12 meal out the bloody... I don't even know if they keep these in the freezer either or on the shelf, because it wasn't in the frozen section in the specials department, so no idea. And do I siphon all the juice off? Let's see if I can get a taste of that. See, do I siphon that off like I do noodles, or am I supposed to have the whole lot in like a bowl? A bowl that people have it in. Let's give this a taste. Oh, that tastes fucking horrible. I think it's going to be chook food. That tasted horrible. Yuck. That's got no flavour whatsoever. That tasted fucking dreadful. Tell you what I might do. I got a bag of these out of the supermarket the other day. These noodles. Man, they taste like shit. They come in a cake like that. What they do have a satchel that's got a little bit of spice to it, so I'm going to chuck that in there and add some spice to this thing. Oh no, that's some dried veggies. This is the spice, and the noodles I'm going to throw out to the chooks. Alright, I'll just throw that in there just for a bit of flavour. Like I said, this is the Hippy Trev Cooking Disaster Show. How to destroy... Oh, so that's thickened up already. That's great. That's better already. Give that a few more minutes. These, I'm going to break up and throw out to the chooks. When that finishes cooking, I'm just going to let it sit in the pan and cool down for a few minutes and just finish doing its own business. I'll go and throw that out to the chooks. Then I'll come back in and drain all this and see if I've got any sort of a meal. Well, at least I'll get some peas. I could always throw some grated cheese over the top as well. Might even do that. Could even drain this off and put a bit of grated cheese over the top once I drain it all off. But yeah, these are definitely going out to the chooks. Alright, well, I'm going to call that cooked. I'm going to put the lid on that. You can sit there. They can just sit in the saucepan now. I'm going to go and throw this out at the chooks and I'll be back. Righty, well, I'm back. So, time to drain this. I suppose I can do it with the colander. There we go. There we go. You missed it. I just drained it with the colander. Give the saucepan a bit of a rinse. They can sit there and drain. Throw it on the plate. Now this is supposed to be enough for 2 people and I won't be able to eat all this, but that's what it's going to be. So there we are, world. Some Japanese ramen, however you pronounce it. That's about as good as it looks. I'm not going to throw any cheese on it. I don't think that. I think it's going. I'm not going to throw any cheese on it. That's about as good as it's going to get. So I'm going to dig in and have a little bit of a feed, and I'll come back in a few minutes and tell you what I think. All right, well, so I've had a fair crack at it. It didn't taste too bad. The noodles definitely taste old. They're definitely got a stale taste about it. I'm glad I put that satchel of spices in there to make it a lot better. I'm glad I added the peas there. I did. They tasted pretty good, and everything else that came in the dry packet, well, that was pretty much hopeless. I probably could have put some more frozen veggies in there, and that might have been better. I can see why you need the pork in it, but you don't actually have the pork. So, I mean, yeah, okay. Hippy Trev's Cooking Disaster Show number 10. Look, it didn't taste too bad. I'm eating it. I'm just about full. I've had a fair whack at it. The rest of it will end up going out to the chooks. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. It's $6 worth of food that probably normally cost you $12. I paid for it for I paid $6 for it on special. Old tasting noodles, their dry vegetables come with it was crap. The soup itself was absolutely disgusting. So, like I said, I'm glad I put that satchel in there. So, anyway, well, that's it. Hippy Trev's Cooking Show Disasters, number 10, done and dusted. I'm going to have a bit more of this and what I don't eat, definitely going out to the chook. So, anyway, well, stay safe, keep your knees in the breeze, and I will catch you later. Bye.